Hi everybody, Douglas Waltz, Old Man Comic Book Reviews. We got a medium stack. I almost said mediocre. I'm like, oh, not mediocre. So new book, fourth issue in, Sensational Wonder Woman, which is good since the new Wonder Woman is not doing it for me. Written by Karina Becko. Artist is Dani, D-A-N-I. That's it. And they deal with climate control, and the art is, I really like the artwork here, and how the weather control gets out of hand. And then there's a bad guy who's called the Blue Snowman, some lady in a suit that fights stuff, and they go have a fight in the Arctic. I love the artwork though. It reminds me of something that I'm not really sure what. It's very reminiscent of another artist. Blue Snowman might be the worst name I've ever heard for a superhero. It's right up there with, I don't know, I can't think of anything. Look at this cool cover for Man-Bat! Man-Bat number 5 of 5. So we are finito bonito. It is Dave Wielgosz is the writer, Sumit Kumar is the artist, and look at that bat! Yeah! And it's his final fight with Batman. It's also his final fight with himself. So at the end, and it's weird because the end has him going off with Wonder Woman to join the Justice League Dark. And so this is basically a prequel to that long run that is now over. So it's weird how they put it in the timeline. Yeah, it's a good book though. They give him his powers where he's Kirk, Langstrom, and Man-Bat. So it's never a divided kind of thing where it's, oh, the Bat wants control. And I think Scarecrow may have actually screwed up by using his secret weapon on Man-Bat. I think it helped. Vampirella, we are up to issue 20. Issue 20. And this is written, I do believe, by Christopher Priest. And artist is Ergon Gundoz. Now, if you think I'm saying this wrong, I'm going to spell it for you. So it's E-R-G, the U. There are 3 U's in this name, and all of them have that double dot umlaut thing going over it. So E-R-G-U-N, first name. Last name, G-U-N-D-U-Z. And this is Interstellar Book 5. This particular story arc started approximately, 4 issues ago. And it's them on the moon. And there's a crazy guy there who shouldn't be there, and we're not really sure why he's still... It's getting weird. And there's a real good chance that we're doing alternate universe stuff. It ends with Mount Rushmore with Donald Trump on it, in the water. So, and these comic books were purchased, I do believe, on June the 3rd.
Yes.
Yes. All right. Savage Avengers 21. Can you believe there are 21 of these? I can't believe that they haven't canceled this book out from underneath me. So they're still doing the same thing. Fighting cool and goth. Conan took up residence in the Hellfire. Hellfire Club. Writer's Jerry Dugan. Artist is Patch Zurcher. That's a new artist. The White Queen shows up. Looking nice as always. Emma Frost. I like Emma Frost. She tells him he's allowed to stay. There's some weird, evil thing. Ghost Rider's in it. Yeah, baby. Motorcycle Ghost Rider, not race car Ghost Rider. So I'm not really sure how that works, because last time I bought a Ghost Rider comic book, he was the man in charge of hell. And Conan, when he sees Ghost Rider, says, I saw you before. Because there's always a Ghost Rider. His Ghost Rider drove a giant spider. So his Ghost Rider is a little bit different. And now they're going to team up to fight Cool and Goth. So, yeah, not really sure. There's a little time travel shenanigans going on. You get a spider on a Ghost Rider on a spider. There's your reason to buy the comic book. Ghost Rider on a spider. See that? There's your reason. All right. We are up to issue 3 of Nonstop Spider-Man. Yeah, they're keeping up with the whole idea. This time they didn't even use any real flashbacks. Joe Kelly's the writer. Chris Bachalo, B-A-C-H-A-L-O, Bachalo. I don't like Okay, let me see if I can find a good page for you, and it'll just be the old man comic book reviews grumping. I do like when they get full spreads like this, but if you notice, see the little white in the corner? They're giving these little white spaces like they took the whole page and went. So it's almost as bad as my least favorite kind of comic book, and that's when you print it this way, and I have to hold my comic book like this. Don't do that. Because if I open a comic book and it says that, I'm probably going to throw it back on the pile. I do like that the bad guys are luchadors. They're bad guy luchadors, and things go a little freaky. If you wonder what all the pink stuff is, that's their brains.
Oh.
Because they overdosed on a drug that takes intelligence from other people. Baron Zemo shows up, that's always good. And the best line in the comic book is the one brother says to the other brother, I do believe you got your medulla oblongata in my cerebellum. So, it's funny. Next issue, he's fighting Zemo. So, this is a good book. I like this book. We always buy Marvel Action. There's 2 origins in here, Captain Marvel and Green Goblin. I wasn't going to read another Captain Marvel origin story. Oh my lord. They just don't want me to be able to say it, I guess. Christopher Eliopoulos. Eliopoulos, that's what I'm going for $100, Alex. Art is Lana with 2 N's, Suvani with 2 N's. So double digit. I don't know if they got 2 different artists though. The Green Goblin thing is, I don't know. The artwork is good. I know that they're going for kids. And okay, the artwork is from both people. So there you go. It's origin stories. That's all this is origin stories. They tweak with it a little bit. Next month we get the Hulk. So we'll see how they tweak his story because they don't ever just release it. You got to put out something new. Final issue of Iron Fist, Heart of the Dragon. They did something in here I wasn't happy about, but because the only way to bring back the dragons is need to kill all the dragons. So we have Larry Hama, David Wachter. They've also, in this particular instance, moved the Iron Fist from Danny Rand to an egg for a dragon named Gork. This little girl has her little dragon named Gork. He's dead right now, but now he's an egg. And Danny Rand put him as the new Undying. So he's the one that you fight to get your Iron Fist powers. And so they had to give him the Iron Fist so you can get it back. So currently, there is no Iron Fist.
Oh. Daniel
Rand is not Iron Fist anymore. So, this is a good book. I like the artist. David Wachter? Wachter? Larry Hama, you know, he's good at writing action. There you go. I saved the best for last. Are you ready for the best for last, folks? Are you? Are you? Oh, what's that? Is that a new Betty Page comic book? It is. It's volume 5. They like to do story arcs. My comic book place always gets me the color, or the photo cover. So, this time around, Betty is in Ireland. Ireland? Do you fight Banshees in Ireland? I think so. Written by Stephen Mooney. Art by Jethro Morales. Those 2 names don't sound like they go together. Mm-hmm. So it's a new artist, new writer for this particular arc. Betty is being whisked away to find out about the legends of the Banshee. And, you know, it's the Banshee. You hear the wail of the Banshee, you die. That's how that works. That's the wail of the Banshee, of course. So they make sure right away she hears the wail of the Banshee. So we'll see how they get their self out of there. And they never tell us how many issues it's going to be. It could be 5, it could be 4, it could be 6. Once in a while they get on a tear. And we don't get a choice, but it's a good story. They have Betty. I love seeing Betty Page being a spy. That's my favorite part, where she gets to go and do stuff and hang out and have a good time. So, the weirdest part about it is the covers. There are 3 pages that show you the covers. Each page has 9 covers on it. Each cover is different. So that means for this book, they put out 27 covers. 27. And I'm not a big fan of, they have an extended cover where it looks like a picture of Betty Page, but it's just a cosplay. They have somebody else dressed like Betty Page. No, I want this. Although apparently you can also get a virgin cover of this, which means no artwork. I like the artwork. I like that. It looks like an old 50s poster. Like she was in a movie called The Curse of the Banshee. So there's the comic books this week. No, I didn't look ahead. I think I've got 6 for next week. So we had the girls over today. We bought a new pool. It's just a giant piece of plastic that folds up as it fills. That was interesting because nothing in our yard is flat. So they have a shallow end in the pool and a deep end in the pool, and they loved it. They probably played, a good estimate would be 5 hours. So, and tomorrow they have to come over because their parents need to go do things. So they'll get to play in the pool some more. They'll get some dinner. We'll make sure they get dinner. They got dinner today. We roasted a pork roast. Sophie helped me make coleslaw, corn on the cob. So it wasn't too bad. It was pretty good stuff. I always like roasting a giant pork roast on the grill. So there you go. So we'll see you next week. Go to the comic book shop and buy a comic book. Goodbye.